room.
Oh,
Which is another thing that drives me nuts, is because the Raiders and the A's are the only team left sharing a stadium. So it's things that need to get fixed. What I personally want is the Warriors are supposed to move back to San Francisco. They need to tear down both the arena and the Coliseum and just build a football and a baseball stadium right there on that spot. That's what I wish would happen, but I don't know if it will.
Where do they play now? Where do the Warriors play now?
The Warriors play in Oakland, right next to the Coliseum.
Okay, so that's the Bay Bridge that they have, not the Golden Gate. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why they say the Bay Bridge series, usually like with baseball and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. I thought that was my fault there. Thanks for giving me something I didn't even know. Well, at least you could say that you've had those players, or that you grew those players, or developed them. For us, the White Sox, all they do is get them when they're too old and pay them too much money. So. Well, at least you could say you had them when they were good.
Yeah. But see, like the thing with Cespedes, I don't even know either next year or the year after. He might not be with us no more because they're talking about his contract being real high. So I'm hopefully we can win the World Series this year.
He'll be a Red Sox.
And, oh God.
Why don't you just become a Yankee or a Red Sox fan, dude?
I can't do that.
And just like all your players go there, then you could just keep on,
I definitely can't be
rotate.
I definitely can't be a Red Sox fan, and I'm cool with being a Yankee fan. But I hate the Red Sox.
I gotcha. I'm sorry, cut you off. Going back to the whole like rivalry thing, I'm happy for my friends that are White Sox fans that got to see their team win the World Series. Mm-hmm. But that like people when the Sox won in 2005, people would be like, "Well, you should be a Chicago fan. Doesn't it mean about Cubs or Sox? You should be a Chicago fan." And it's like, no, you don't understand. That's not my team.
Yeah.
I'm happy for my friends, but that's not my team. And like that, going back, how I said you should just become a Red Sox. You shouldn't, because that's your team.
Yeah,
that's
exactly
the way it should go down.
Well, that's how some people try to say that around here, like, oh, you should just be a Bay Area fan. And I'm like, you know what? In baseball, I don't mind seeing the Giants do whatever they do over there. It's okay. Niners, I hope they lose every freaking game they ever have. But in baseball, like, I don't mind. But the ones that drive me crazy, and I'm pretty sure you guys might have. Well, I don't know. Your baseball teams don't do that great, but over here, what drives me crazy are the ones that are like, yeah, I'm all about the A's, and then the 2010 happened, and they won a World Series finally, Giants, and all of a sudden,
they're all about the Giants.
There's all these people all of a sudden, or people you never heard speak anything about baseball, all of a sudden they're wearing Giants hats. And there's something around here that we talk about how there's a lot of, well, it happens with A's too, especially when they've been making the playoffs again, but it's mostly Giants. A's fans have old beat up hats and jerseys. Giants fans have all brand new gear. It's really weird. Like how do we all have hats that we've had for years? I have a hat I've had since high school from the A's, but yet all your Giants gear is brand new, but you've been claiming the Giants for years.
Yeah, I just go off what Mike said earlier.
Maybe
I tried. Oh no, I tried to do the whole Chicago thing in 2003, and it lasted for about 8 hours one day, and I just couldn't do it. And I couldn't do it. And then a couple days later, Bartman happened, and I was relieved. But I just couldn't do it. I couldn't compromise for the city, and I would have never expected any Cubs fan to compromise, in 2005. Mm-hmm. Heck, Brandon, it doesn't even exist. So the year didn't happen. So,
what year?
And I understand that.
Anything. I just
because if the roles were reversed, I would be saying the same thing.
Wasn't there a strike that year?
Exactly. That's how it would be. And I think for us, mostly, I do believe that baseball is our first love for each of us. And I guess maybe for the Bay Area, maybe the NFL is a little bit deeper ingrained than baseball, because you've had two teams that moved there out of, well, not to say convenience, but moved there from whatever reasons. But who's to say? I'm not to say,
Well,
not to judge on that. But
the way I see it is it's ingrained with both. It's just the only the switch is like I said, between baseball and other than the Dodger and Giants fans who seem to want to kill each other.
That's what I was going to say about the Giants fans got all new gear because all the Dodgers fans beat the crap out of them and took their old gear, so they had to buy new shit.
Well, you know,
so that's why they're all geared up all the time.
Or it stabbed them.
Or they had to get new gear because they got blood on themselves when they stabbed a Dodger fan.
Or they're just actually cops, and that's why they have new gear.
If they show up at the game on time in LA and then leave when the game's over, they should be fine because everybody in LA goes to the game late and leaves early. So,
but with baseball, I mean, we can sit there and you can sit with a Giants fan. There'll be a little smack talking, or even at the stadium. But that's about it. It's like, oh crap, you guys won, blah blah. But when it comes to football, it's just there's a passion. It's just a different level. I don't know what it is. You can walk by a Niner fan, or a Niner fan can walk by a Raider fan, and someone's going to say something. And sometimes you'd be like, oh, yeah, well, F you, blah, blah, blah. And other times it's, okay, let's go, break a bottle or something. I don't know what it is between Raider and Niner fans. And people always want to blame the Raiders like we're like the dirty ones. But, you know, one thing I got to say, was it the last year that we had a preseason game, which was it 2 years ago? Because after this fight happened in Candlestick, they quit. They won't let the Raiders and the Niners play each other no more. That's a fact. Even if our divisions will play each other, like the both the Wests, they'll pick a different team for the Raiders and the Niners to play now.
Or they'll put it in London.
Raider fans go everywhere. They'll start a fight with someone just because they're happy. There'll be someone there sitting there from London sipping on their tea, happy that there's football there again. And they said, "Oh look, go touchdown!" And it was Frank Gore. And there's going to be a Raider fan that says, "What? Niners? Let's go!" No. But
trumpets flying everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. But no, there was a fight that broke out, and I'm always made me laugh about this because there was a one Raider guy trying to walk to his seat, and someone jumped beer on him. And next, you know, he's fighting the crowd. Literally, he was one Raider guy surrounded by Niner fans, and he was just throwing punches in a circle. And these Niner fans are getting their ass kicked by one guy. That's because us Raider guys go so hard. But like at a baseball game, someone might throw something or say something. It's like, hey, screw you! Ain't no one throwing a beer at a baseball game for some reason. I don't know why you'd want to throw a beer anyways. They cost damn near $9 for a beer. I don't know how much it is over there in Chicago.
Yeah, it's about.
Let's see, I was there.
But they do throw beers here.
About the same. Yeah, they throw people. What did Forrest Gump say? Stupid is as stupid does. It's true.
I just spent $8 on this beer. Let me throw it at you while it's still full. And it's a collectible cup. Let me get rid of that.
That'll get you really good.
But, you know.
I'm so dedicated in my hatred of you that I'll spend money to shove it in your face.
Well, look at what Matt said when we were doing this, the other Matt from Lag Free, that when we were talking about the Pick'em League, he was talking about how he would use his $50 gift card to buy a Raider jersey just to burn it and send me the video.
Yeah, there's hatred out there. There is.
But, you know, then when it comes down to basketball, there's only one basketball team around here, which is the Warriors. So I'm pretty sure it's the same with you guys.
You got hold on. You got the Kings down the road.
I'm not a Kings fan. You want to know the absolute truth?
No way's a Kings.
They're still playing in Sacramento?
Yeah.
I'm actually a Laker fan. I've always, since I was a little kid, I think I've said this before on here, I liked Magic Johnson, and I've liked the Lakers ever since. I'll still root for the Warriors, but I've always been a Laker fan. I hate the Kings. I got a funny story for you. If we got a second, I'm thinking like,
go for it.
Like I'm rambling on your show here.
No, that's
I used to deliver furniture, and I got a cross on my right arm with my last name above it. I got it for my family. I was making a delivery in Sacramento, and this is when Mike Bibby was playing there.
Be flopping. Okay.
he go the wife of the house goes, "Oh, I see your cross. Are you a Mike Bibby fan?" And I'm like, hell no, I'm a Laker fan. This chick almost pushed me down the stairs.
Oh, gosh. Wow.
Just to say, I didn't get a tip for that delivery. But like the way I look at it, like with baseball and with you guys, it's two different teams. But when it comes to football, hockey, and basketball, you guys got to agree on one team, right?
Yes,
for the most part. I mean, you get these little small contingents. Just being that it's the Midwest, people move around.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of Red Wings fans around. There's a lot of people from Michigan or Detroit or wherever.
Yeah.
But it's not like huge. There's not like these huge groups of people in one city. For the most part, it's there. And then you got your bandwagon jumpers,
of course,
or like basically, I guess the Hawks, right?
so they just won the Stanley Cup. So all of a sudden, hey, weren't you just wearing a Red Wings hat yesterday? Why are you wearing a? Damn, I hate bandwagoners. I can do a whole thing on them.
It's just, it is what it is. But it's it is quite humorous. I remember I was thinking back to a past show we were talking about all the celebrations and everything having to do with after they won the cup and all the rallies and the stupid stuff that people say that you could just people like they're asking people who they're excited to see and they're saying names that aren't even on the team. One Chicago media person when they were discussing who I can't remember the guy in Boston's injuries. Who's their star that was like
Bergeron?
Yeah. When they're talking about Bergeron and all the injuries he had during the series, this Chicago media person comments on oh, which bus is he on? Which bus in the parade is he on? Well, he's not on a bus in the parade because he plays for the other team. So it was just a lot of stupid that came out. I think that's the most frustrating thing. I mean, you're going to get people that are interested in everything, and then how it is when your team wins something. You walk down the street around the corner, there might be a T-shirt stop set up at your local gas station. I don't know if that happens out by you, but it totally happens.
Oh yeah.
So people go out and they're
they also have tie-dye shirts.
Yeah, I mean people go out and they want to they want to buy the shirt or they want to buy this or whatever. So people buy it and then you see it around like crazy and then you see a homeless dude wearing it 5 years later maybe. So
well. Yeah, we get those too around here with the people selling the shirts on the corners and stuff like that. It's
it is what it is, but I mean, that's America. Something happens, people go to make money off of it.
Exactly.
What are you gonna do?
Well, the radio, one of the local radio shows over here, they they were doing this thing where they would go talk to they call the Giants. I don't know if you guys might not know this. They call the Giants girls gamer babes, and so they would go.
Oh yeah, like Cub fans. Okay.
Yeah. So they
good meat. Yeah.
So they were interviewing these random chicks that are claiming they love baseball, and they would ask them simple questions, and they were just I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head, but it was how many outs total between the opposite team and the home team are there in a game? And this one chick was 200. Everybody was like, yeah, okay, yeah. There's 200 outs in one single game. And then, or it was
gas money.
Yeah. They asked one chick, so how many games are there in a year? She's like, well, I've gone to 10 of them. I think there's only 60 in a season, right?
Oh man!
It's it was just just makes me laugh. I don't know, just the way people they claim they're diehard sports fans, but they don't know